on, people. That's a pretty good little call here. So, Seattle police, with their little symbol, service, pride, dedication. Service? I thought the U.S. Supreme Court said you don't have a duty to protect or to respond or to do anything. You don't have to do shit, according to the Supreme Court. But I digress. Okay, so let's get to this shooting here. Child abduction, I just did. It's funny, this came out. I just did a child abduction video on the smart abduction out of Utah, for those that watched it. So, this is a child abduction that's going to be by a parent, guardian, or known to the child. Most child abductions, it's known, the abductor is known to the child. This happens to be the dad of the child, who is using the child to get back at the mom, or maybe he's trying to get the mom, he's getting the child away from the mom. We don't know. So let's hear what the media says. Let's hear the call, and then we'll go into it. Here we go.
Hello, this is Seattle Police.
Okay, where are you guys at? Please, my baby daddy has a gun. He's in the park. He's shot in the park. He has my baby.
Did you already call this in, ma'am? Did you already call?
No.
This is your first time?
A man did.
What address?
A man did, but my name.
Give me an address. Give me an address.
No contact order.
I need an address.
Genesee Park.
Genesee Park?
Yes, my baby. Genesee Park, please.
Okay, hold on. Just stay on the line.
Okay, so this caller really irritates me, the victim, because all she wants to keep saying is, my baby daddy got my baby, we're in the park, I have an order, I have a no contact order. If you have a no contact order, why were you with him in the park? Rick, maybe he went and found her. I doubt it, because I've been to too many of these. So, she has a kid with the guy, the kid is a year old, she's got a no contact order, and now she's calling the police to come save her, and she knows that there's no contact order. This doesn't sound like her first time calling police. I know, I'm jumping to conclusions, I'm picking on women, I'm picking on single mom, whatever you want to accuse me of, I'm telling you, from my years of experience, this caller is not the first time she's called the police on this guy.
Stay on the line.
Please, beat me up, please.
Okay, I don't see a call in for there. Okay, so you're at Genesee Park right now. Let me see here. Are you at Rainier Playfield?
Yeah.
Okay, Rainier Playfield. Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so the girl has already called it in. She said she didn't because she was too busy just running her mouth in a panic. Well, Rick, she just got beat up, and if you had a child, you don't... Look, I don't want to hear it. She's called the cops before, I guarantee it. Look, she needs... If she was really concerned about her child, she would be able to calm down and say what was happening and get her child help. Second of all, she wouldn't have put her kid in that damn situation. Third of all, she wouldn't have picked a guy to have a kid with that was beating her. And then she wouldn't be around him long enough to get a contact order, and now all of a sudden, somehow, just out of freaking the air, they both show up at a park with a child. Amazing! Rick, you should be a psychic. Okay, whatever.
You gotta help me.
I got you.
You gotta help me. This is a typical government... government saves me, government pays for my child care, government pays for my child to go to school, government provides my child food, government gives me money for my child. All I gotta do is have sex and have a child, and government will immediately take care of me, because that's what government does. They're here to help us and save us. And this is a perfect example of how government needs to come to the rescue. If you're waiting on government to rescue you, you got problems. You're gonna find out in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm staying with this woman. I'm with her and her dogs. I don't know where he went. He has my baby.
Okay, you said this is your boyfriend?
Yeah, my baby's dad. He has my baby. We have a no contact order already. He just beat me up yesterday.
Oh, so he beat her up yesterday. And somehow they're at the park together with the baby. Rick, maybe he followed her. Yeah, sure he did. Okay.
My arms are I'm stolen. Like, I saw my daughter,
Okay.
I'm trying to go.
Yeah, I'm trying to go. I mean, she's crying 1 second, and now it's, hey, my baby daddy got my baby, and we're at the park, and come help me. Come save me. Come enforce the contact order. Come, police, save me. I am a helpless citizen who needs the government to protect and serve the shit out of me. Okay, they're going to come and serve some protection and shit.
Okay, did he come and take the child from you while you were there?
I just ran away because I'm scared.
Oh, so she just ran away. So she left her child and ran away, and then called 911 saying she wants a contact order. Really? This call has BS all over it.
I'm
Okay.
scared.
Did he show you any weapons?
He has a gun. I know he has. He just shot it in the park. My ear's
Today?
ringing. He just shot it in Skyway.
We have
Today,
to call
he just shot it in Skyway.
Okay, we have to call in.
Good grief, man. I'm ready. I'm going to show up if they listen to this call and fire my gun to get her to shut up.
Please help.
Ma'am, we have to call in, okay?
Please. It's not fast enough. It's not fast enough, please.
It's not fast enough. Look, you people think I'm being mean to this woman and I don't understand and I'm cold and I'm telling you, these people create these situations through choices, through having babies with people they don't freaking know just to get a check. They pick the wrong guy. They stay with the wrong guy. Rick, it's a cycle of violence. It's not the woman's fault because it's an abusive cycle and they can't get out of it because they need help. Wait a minute. I thought they were just as strong as a man. Why is it every time a woman needs help, they're not just as strong as a man? Whatever.
What's his
My
name?
baby. His name's We already have no contact order.
So she's crying 2 seconds ago, and notice when she mentions the contact order, she's never crying. It's all about control. I have a contact order. I have a contact order. You notice in this whole video, every time she mentioned a contact order, she ain't crying. She ain't worried then. She's only worried when it's about my baby, my baby.
Please. I want my daughter, please. She's the only one. She doesn't, please. I'm scared for her.
Yeah, well.
You know what? Most parents I know wouldn't let a guy take, and they wouldn't be running away leaving their child. But, Rick, you don't know if you've never been... All right, whatever. I'm going to have the He-Man Woman Haters Club president down here commenting now.
We'll get there to you. His first name is John. I understand. His first name is last name is... Did you say?
No.
Okay, so now we're going to the body cam where the police, the government, is arriving on scene to save the day. Ba 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 ba. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when...
Hey, stop! 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 Run to the east side. 2 Robert 3, he's running east. He's running southbound.
Okay, so he's running with a kid that he's abducted. He has a gun, and he's already fired the gun in there, and he's beat up the wife. So, I mean, we got aggravated kidnapping. We got kidnapping with a weapon. I mean, you got several felonies. He's a fleeing, dangerous felon. Okay? But, Rick, what about the child? We can't worry about the pesky child. Here's our chance to shoot somebody.
You better stop right now!
And that was a shot. He's got a silencer on his gun, and he just fired on the guy holding a baby. Okay, so now let me ask you guys a question, because it's going to be a quiz. Get ready to raise your hand. He just shot trying to save the kid, and the officer just killed the kid. Who thinks the officer should have fired his gun? Who thinks he shouldn't have fired his gun? Well, we'll see.
Move. Yeah, stop. Everyone stop. Slow down.
Notice the silencer on his gun? That's why you didn't hear the shot. It sounded like a pop. A lot of agencies are putting silencers on their gun to save the officer's hearing. Of course, you pesky citizens need to pay a $200 tax stamp if you want the privilege of saving your hearing, because the government will charge you a tax stamp, but government is exempt. But I digress. Let's get back to the shooting the 1-year-old child.
Pick the baby up. I got the baby. Okay. 2 Robert 3, shots fired.
Okay, so he didn't shoot the baby. He shot the dad. And he shot the dad in the back while he was holding the baby. Now, all you people that said he shouldn't have shot, now, do you think he should have shot? To me, I don't think he should have shot. I don't care what the outcome. Remember, I always say the outcome of an incident will always dictate whether a guy was a hero or a dumbass. Okay, you run into a burning building and you save somebody, you're a hero. You run in there and the building falls on you and you die, you were a dumbass for running in a burning building. So the outcome always dictates how it will be seen. This guy fired on a dad holding a 1-year-old child, shot him in the back while he's holding a child. And the child wasn't hit. So everybody's going to say, great shot, good job. Let me tell you something. The way I see cops shooting, spraying, praying, I'm surprised every fucking cop didn't empty their damn gun on the guy. But one guy shot. I don't think he should have shot. 2 other cops did not shoot. I wouldn't have shot. I'd have followed him till the ends of the earth. I would have waited till he hid, maybe got a headshot if the kid was out of the way where I could get a good headshot. You do notice the guy takes a pause right before he shoots, and he does take a stance and does aim. I will give him that. Okay, so he's got his strong foot forward.
You better stop right.
Get ready for the shot. He pauses. I'm going to slow this down because I want it right where he pauses. Here we go.
You better stop right now.
Right there. To me, that's an offhanded shot. Normally, when you shoot a rifle, your strong leg is to the rear. His strong leg was forward when he fired that round. He paused right here. He did aim. He squatted. He does have a rifle. And with a rifle, this is a pretty short shoot. Anybody worth their salt. But he's running. He's in gear. He's jacked up. And he's breathing hard. Still, with a rifle, this is a pretty short shoot. I mean, most anybody who's competent with a rifle can get a headshot at this distance. Now, they're not saying whether he shot him in the head, whether he shot him in the back, how far he missed the kid. We're not getting any details because the only narrative we want is the cop shot and saved the child. And they did say in the news report that the guy was shot in the back. I'll play it through again. Do it in a slow motion. Hell, I just noticed that guy didn't even have his gun out. The second guy's got both hands empty. Hand empty. Hand empty. What the hell are you doing running around without a damn gun in your hand? You're chasing a dude with a gun. Well, Rick, maybe he didn't want to shoot the kid. Look, if the guy turns around and starts shooting at you, you may have to shoot. I don't think this guy ought to be running around with no damn gun in his hand. But I digress.
You better stop right now.
Boom. Officer goes down. Okay, let's look at the news report. By the way, the cause of death of the dad that was shot with the child, coronavirus. Anyway, the news media is trying to spin this. They don't want to look at the problem of this woman, constant abuse, putting the child in danger. I'd be looking at charging a mom for child endangerment. If I could prove that mom was out there with this freaking dad before this happened with a no contact order, I would hook her ass and charge her with felony child endangerment for placing her child, and I'd take her kid. And she could call 911 crying about how the cops just took my kid. Because that's what needs to happen. You can't let these people keep placing these kids in dangerous situations, and then when it goes bad, they cry, I'm the victim. It wasn't my fault. Help me. Save my child. Spend money, resources, get sued, set me up for a large payout from taxpayer dollars. I guarantee you that woman probably ought to be arrested for freaking child endangerment. Rick, you can't say that. You weren't there. Well, I just did. Here we go. See what the news says.
Just hours ago, Seattle police releasing this footage of a child abduction that ended in a deadly police shooting. It started as a domestic violence.
Deadly, meaning they killed the dad. So now, at least she doesn't need a contact order anymore. She can't call the police saying my husband violated contact order unless he gets out of the grave from the cemetery. Unless she goes and visits a cemetery, trips over the headstone, and drops the kid and hurts it and then blames the dad. I mean, maybe that'll be the next 911 call.
Let's call in tonight. The police chief is raising the alarm about the recent spike in those calls during Governor Inslee's stay-at-home order.
Okay, so let's redirect this narrative. Not that the cop shouldn't have shot. Not that the woman shouldn't have been there and put the child out. Let's make this about the stay-at-home coronavirus and the rise in domestic violence. Because domestic violence wasn't a problem before the coronavirus. It's only a problem now. Really?
KOMO's Joel Marino's live with this frightening trend and a closer look at this shooting investigation. Joel?
Marion Preston, this police body camera footage prompts a lot of questions about the decision to open fire, but the bigger concern.
Oh, so he slides in the question on whether to open fire. I think it was wrong. I think it was irresponsible. I think it was dangerous. And I don't care what the outcome was. You shouldn't be shooting a guy in the back when he's holding a freaking 1-year-old child. That's my opinion. You can disagree. I'll let the cop blow. Rick, you don't know you weren't there. Shut up, you freaking crybabies.
Could be the increase in people being abused inside their own homes. And we need to mention that some people may find this footage upsetting.
Hey, stop!
Oh, yeah, we saw
The
it.
beating is still in the man's arms when the officer fired his rifle. The man appeared to be running away when he was shot, but the police chief says the child's safety was the priority.
Really? The child's safety was a priority? What about the cops that stayed outside during the school shooting and the kids were in there getting shot? And when they tried to fire the cop got his job back and said there's no duty to protect. Cops don't have to go in and save children. But now they're saying, no, the children would. Why did they say that? Because government used deadly force and they can't say anything else. Why aren't they saying these cops have no duty to protect? They put the child in more danger by shooting live freaking rounds while the dad was holding it. Rick, you're just picking on the cops. This is a great outcome. They saved that child and you should be calling them heroes. Well, that's because you're an idiot. I call it like I see it. You don't shoot at freaking people holding children. I mean, there's very rare situations. Can you? Yes. Is there situations? Yes. When the dad's running away with his back to you, is that a situation? I say no. Was it justified legally? Yes. He's a fleeing violent felon. Yes, you could shoot him. He could have shot him 14 times. He could have killed the kid. Like I kind of tricked you guys over. He could have actually killed the kid. Guess what? Still would have been justified. Still would have been no fault. He still would have had immunity from shooting the kid and the father and killing them both in an effort to save them. Because that's what government does. They're here to help.
The officers engaged him. They were very...
Good grief, another police chief? Is there anything other than black female police chiefs across the country? Every time there's a shooting, I see a black female police chief. Is that the new standard? You got to be black female to be a chief?
concerned about the welfare of the baby.
The baby's mother was also terrified the girl would be hurt, saying her boyfriend had a gun.
Hello, this is Ghetto Police.
Okay, where are you guys at? Please, my baby daddy has a gun. He's in the park.
Please, my baby daddy got a gun. How'd he get the gun? Well, I bought it for him because he's a felon and he couldn't have it. And he gave me the money and I was scared and he made me go buy it, but I bought it for him. Okay.
He got shot in the park. He has my baby. I want my daughter, please. She's the only one. She doesn't, please. I'm scared for her.
We'll get you. We'll get you.
I'm so scared for her, I ran away and left her. I'm so scared for her. Really? Rick, why are you being mean? I ain't being mean to anybody. I'm calling it like I see it.
Here to you.
After shooting the man, police quickly scooped up the baby.
I got the baby.
She wasn't hurt.
He wasn't hurt. Oh, that's a little side note there. Just as a side note, we fired live rounds at the father holding the child, but the baby wasn't hurt. Dad fell on him after we killed him while he was holding it. Kid bounced off the ground, head hit the fence, but he wasn't hurt. We saved him. Yay! Government saved the day!
One man who saw the police response said it was emotional to see the compassion officers showered on the child.
Literally, the baby was brought up, handed to one officer, and they were just patting her on her back and on her butt and shaking her in a way, like I said, you know, a way a father would do.
All cops treat kids good. I mean, good grief. I mean, that's just, I mean, it's, if there's a cop out there that ain't treating a baby kind in a situation like this, well, then you got issues. But, and I'm not saying the guy that shot him is a bad dude and he wanted to kill the kid. And look, he took a big risk shooting that kid and it paid off. But should he be gambling with a kid's life? Should he be making that decision? A lot of people are okay with government shooting freaking in crowded places and killing people because they're shooting at a dog. And they're perfectly fine with it because we see it every day. I'm not okay with it. I think deadly force is a bullet down range that can never be called back, and every round ought to be very, very seriously thought about.
The police chief refused to say much about the circumstances of the shooting, other than that domestic violence calls are up 25%.
Oh, I'm glad the police brought that up, because we must point out that women are always the victim. The woman didn't cause this. It was the mean man that was shot that caused it, and the mean man that shot him that caused it. But the woman who had the restraining order was just a victim. All right. Narrative complete. We'll end that there. You beat me up in the comments for not being too nice to the caller.